Next issue, Iran. We seem to have a real difference shaping up between the Democratic and Republican presidential hopefuls. Rudy Giuliani said this in the October 9th Republican debate.
Iran is a greater danger than Iraq. Iraq cannot be seen in a vacuum, and we have to be willing to use a military option to stop Iran from becoming nuclear.
And John Edwards said this in Tuesday's Democratic debate, and Clinton and Obama said essentially the same thing.
What I will do is take all the responsible steps that can be taken to keep Iran from developing a nuclear weapon.
All the responsible steps was the thing that he was emphasizing. So the Democrats will not pledge military action to stop Iran from going nuclear because they say they don't want to back Iran into a corner where they can't back down and save face. And they say Giuliani is becoming too bellicose on this. Do you want to compare those answers?
Well, I think that one of the most interesting developments of the last 3 months was an Israeli attack on what seems to have been a North Korean nuclear facility in Syria. And I say seems to have been because there are commercial satellite photography that's been published that shows that the building that was destroyed was almost exactly the same as the Yongbyon nuclear reactor in North Korea. The Bush administration refuses to tell the American people the truth. The Israelis aren't saying anything. And Iran, I find it fascinating, no Democrat is demanding the president tell us the truth. But if, in fact, the North Koreans were trying to build a nuclear facility with Syria in order to build nuclear weapons, here's the challenge that people have to face up to. We have several opponents, of which Iran is the most prominent, who say publicly that they would use nuclear and biological weapons to destroy the state of Israel. Ahmadinejad, the head of Iran, has said that Israel should be eliminated from the face of the earth and the Anglo-Saxons should be defeated. He wrote a poem last year praising the concept of a martyred nation, basically suggesting that if they could trade Tehran for Tel Aviv, they would do it tomorrow morning. If you thought you had a neighbor who was insane, who was about to get a weapon that could kill your entire family, would you wait and try to figure out whether they were really sincere, or would you stop them? And when people say all responsible steps, my question is real simple. I think we are on the edge of a second Holocaust. I think we could wake up one morning and see Tel Aviv and Haifa and Jerusalem eliminated by nuclear missiles. Now, people who are willing to run the risk that that'll happen, and then we can build a second Holocaust museum, and we can all feel bad, and we can tell stories to each other, and we can make movies about it. Don't do anything. But I don't see how you can responsibly say, with countries that are as led by leaders as irrational as Ahmadinejad, that you're going to calmly do everything responsible. But what does that mean? I mean, what does responsible mean? Except that you don't want to either say, A, I'm going to in the end allow the Iranians to have nuclear weapons, or B, I will take steps that stop them, even if it requires military action.